Sean Diddy Combs trial. Cassie testifies about rapper's alleged violence in sex trafficking case. Cassie Ventura explained on the witness stand Wednesday that she testified against her ex-boyfriend, Sean Diddy Combs, because she can no longer carry the guilt. I can't carry this anymore, she told the court. I can't carry the shame, the guilt. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. The jury was dismissed at 4:25 p.m. after the prosecution rested on Cassie's testimony. Throughout the day, jurors heard Cassie describe the allegedly being raped by Diddy after their breakup. She claimed to enter the rehab and pursued trauma therapy toward the beginning of 2023 after suffering horrible flashbacks on the set of a music video. Cassie claimed Diddy allegedly threatened her and Kid Cudi when he found out about their relationship through correspondences on her phone. The singer, who is now 38, had already broken up with Kid Cudi in 2011 and was visiting Diddy in Arizona when he allegedly told her he was going to blow up Cudi's car when he was out of the country. She also described a night in 2007 or 2008 where Diddy allegedly beat her in the back of an Escalade after she struck him. The two were fighting over the rapper flirting with someone else, Cassie testified. After Diddy saw her face was swollen and bleeding, he reportedly sent Cassie to a hotel. Cassie wanted to go home, but the rapper said no. Cassie claimed she felt unsafe. She said she now knew Combs' capabilities and that his access to guns. Cassie claimed Diddy forced her to cover her face when entering the hotel. Cassie testified that Diddy would put his hands on her during alleged freak-offs. He would push me down, kick me, you name it, she told Assistant U.S. Attorney Emily Johnson. She claimed some of Diddy's staff quit over his violent behavior. In November 2023, Cassie filed a civil lawsuit against Diddy. She revealed in court that she settled for $20 million, allegedly 24 hours after filing the suit. She does not have any pending lawsuits against Diddy. Cassie Ventura claimed she didn't want to be alive anymore and testified Wednesday in Sean Diddy Combs' trial that she entered rehab and pursued trauma therapy toward the beginning of 2023. While shooting a music video with another artist, Cassie claimed to suffer horrible flashbacks and went to her home to her husband, Alex Fine. Cassie is currently pregnant with their third child. She told her husband, you can do this without me. You don't need me anymore. Cassie broke down in tears while admitting on the stand that she couldn't take the pain anymore, some of which included her own personal shame. In November 2023, Cassie filed a lawsuit against Diddy. She revealed in court she settled for $20 million.
You know what? Like, think about this. He won the fight in the Escalade, or he hit me in the Escalade after I hit him, right? So I'm just saying, it seems like they had a, physical abusive relationship. You know what I'm saying? She didn't say he beat my ass in the Escalade. No, after I hit him, he hit me back. He won the fight. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what happened with Chris Brown and Rihanna. But people love Rihanna, so they kind of leave it alone. The whole thing is, this is supposed to be about sex trafficking. She was with the freak-offs. They had the one testimony where the guy was in there, and he was like, yeah, I came in there, and she was like, you ever peed on somebody? And he started peeing on her because she asked for him to pee on her, and Diddy was like, no. You can't just pee on her. You got to squirt it out. And then she was like, Diddy wants, pause. Diddy was like, take your semen and rub it on my nipples to the dude. They was doing freaky shit together. She could have left at any time. She was not trapped. I don't see anything about sex trafficking here. They're trying to get him on to make him look bad with the DV stuff.
I think that's what they're trying to build their case off. They're trying to make him look like a monster. I mean, we got the video we saw of him in the hotel room where they got into a fight.
That was altered.
No, but anywhere it go, it looks bad. Anywhere it go, if you're a man, it just looks bad.
It can look all bad at once, but it's altered. So you don't know what's missing in that tape. You don't know what it was sped up. You don't know. They took the tape, they took parts out of it, they sped it up, and then they rearranged different parts of it. So who knows what kind of that tape really is. I'm not trying to justify either side of that. I'm just trying to tell you, when you're a man and you go through some negative shit like that, you just look bad doing it. It just is what it is. There's no other way to shake it or bake it. It sounds like they was both horrible people that like to fuck.
And I think and that's what I'm getting to more than anything else. The bigger part of this whole entire thing is, to me, is like, you're trying to indict him for violence towards Cassie, but that's not what he's on trial for. He's already paid her for that. I mean, that was what the $20 million was for. She was like, I'm gonna write this book, and if I write this book, it's coming out. She basically threatened him with the book instead of just saying, I'm write the book. If it was really for your trauma therapy, you should have wrote the book and then just put it out. That's you could have done that easily. But you went to him. Hold on. Yeah. You went to him and said, give me $30 million, or I'm putting this book out, or I'm gonna put a book out. You know what I mean? So you're already, I mean, anything you try to say the freak offs, he used the tape from the freak off to blackmail you. You were blackmailing him for $30 million. Let's be real right here. And then another time you came out and said that he came to your home in 2018 and he raped you. I mean, which is a horrible thing. Then you said that days later you went out, hung out with him again, and y'all had consensual sex. So which one was it? This is not me saying that he was not horrible towards Cassie or she was not horrible towards him or they just weren't in a bad relationship together. However, where is the sex trafficking side of this at? That's what we're here for, because the part of your guys' relationship really doesn't have anything to do unless it's like part of sex trafficking.
And that tape got released the day after the statute of limitation was up. That's when they released the tape of the hotel room. And Diddy was like, yo, he was like, yeah, I was a different person, this and that. But they were together for 9 years?
Diddy was off the hook, man.
He was off the chain, bro, doing his thing. But she was right with him doing it.
She was right with him doing it.
She was doing the freak offs lasted for 4 days. You know, you had plenty of time. She left him because if she couldn't leave, she wouldn't have left. She would have never been able to get away from him. You know what I'm saying? There's women that can never get away from their abusers until they're in death or they get lucky and they can run away. She was able to leave. You know what I'm saying? She left multiple times, it seems like.
I feel like, you know what I mean? I feel like they were doing drugs. They were doing all the stuff that people with money do. I mean, I don't even look at like freak. They're just having fun. You know what I mean? People do this stuff normally. I ain't saying what they're doing. I ain't talking about
swingers.
They're swingers. They're swingers. They're swingers. That's really what it is, man. And there's, swinging for the fences. Cause I read some wild stuff they were talking about. Like she's talking about her mouth was all J. You know what I mean? Like it was wild. It was wild, bro.
Yeah. I don't need to know that, Diddy had male semen on his nipples. I don't care if he does. If that's what you like to do when you get freaky behind closed doors with consensual adults, do your thing. I don't like touching my own semen after I'm done with it. You know what I'm saying? I hit the girl. Shot you. Hey, get a towel.
All I'm saying is this is a bad situation, but I need to see like where is he doing something that's illegal? You know what I mean? Yeah, the part about when they're fighting, that's illegal, but you got to call the police about that. Call the police about that. Get him for that part. But you accepted the money for that. You were like, you know what? Like Jay-Z said, he said, how can a range assuage your pain? Whatever he said in that rap. Remember he said that? If I get you a range, pretty much that'll make all this go away. A car can make your pain go away. I don't understand it. So 20 million was like, you know what? But you knew that this case was coming. That's why you went for the money when you did, because you knew this case was coming. My personal belief, I know it's conspiracy. I believe Diageo had something to do with this. That's the spirits company that he was going to sue right after Jay-Z sued him. I think Jay-Z won like $2 billion or something like that, 1 point, whatever it was, $1 billion from him. Diddy had some pretty big liquor companies, pretty big liquor brands with them as well. He was suing them as well. And then this pops up. Cassie starts, with this, everything starts popping up. You put some millions out there. Somebody's going to go ahead and show you what they got about a person. And he has a lot of negative things. It looks pretty horrible, but that's my personal opinion. That's my personal opinion. Does that mean it's a crime? No, doesn't mean it's a crime. He flew people in and they had sex. Sounds pretty normal to me. What he was doing doesn't sound so normal to me. I wouldn't do it. However, some people are into that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And that's what they do. So,
yep. And we'll keep you updated as the trial goes. It'll be about 10 weeks.